Hello, and welcome to Urban Hood Money Talk. It's a fact that we need money to enjoy life and focus on the things that we really like. I'm your co host, Allie, and I'm here with Mushi Buyan. Our mission is helping you gain financial freedom. You're listening to one of our special weekly market talks.
Our mission is reduce food insecurity and its determinants. So if you have not visited, please do use the QR and visit our website, and you'll see a lot of educational content free. You can sign up. Uh, Everything I'm going to be sharing is educational purpose only. Please do understand investment is a risk, and when it comes to risk, that you need to take the responsibility and learn before you invest. We always ask people do a paper trading. If you are thinking of doing short-term trading or day trading, then at least learn how it works before you use your own money. Huh? So today's session, we are going to be making a few things. Before we do go, few things. These three key points that we will be talking. If it is new, please do type in the chat. I will see. I will explain a little bit more for little bit more so that your understanding is clear. Foundation tech sector shaped that those who is looking at current market that you may have seen the last few weeks. Tech sector is big mega cap, Microsoft, Google, Netflix, Tesla, that Nvidia, those some of those big mega cap that you are going to see that it got shifted. Now investors are switching their money to different sector. We'll dive a little bit more deeper later. Next, after going through the tech sector, that you can see the soft landing confidence, where the scenario is that market is expecting that based on the current economy and economical growth, that Fed is thinking that, hey, the whatever rate the recession rate they're looking at is going to that direction. Hence, they are considering, market is expecting a rate cut in month of September. So that's for economy, it is good for growth market. So that soft landing confidence is that's something we're going to be touching and go a little bit further. Finally, then we'll talk about balancing market leadership. That, as I said earlier, that based on the tech sector, that there are other sectors within the market that it's a good opportunity. Those who already has taken advantage of, and in the past we talked about it. Keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this. You might see is happening. So you say the last week happened. The market S&P was negative, but Dow was is still weak. It closed in positive year end. Yeah, 6.9%. Dow touched all-time high. We have seen that happen. And Nasdaq is still, if you look at year to date, Nasdaq 18%. Last week -3. That Nasdaq got really hit. That whole tech heavy sectors that you have seen. What on the right side, what you're looking at the chart here, that yellow represents, you see that 10-year yield, right? And then here the blue represent the S&P 500. But if you look at it from January till July, they are kind of going together. But at some point that here early June starting divergence, and then here July pretty much big divergence. Here you can see that in a 10-year yield is like from here 4.5 to here going down to 4.1. So this is a good sign for economy, and that because of that, that's also the something that Fed is saying, hey, it's a that the borrowing rate, or our government borrowing rate, the money is going to help that for business to grow, and hence business is going to have a confidence. So here, tech sector is a weakness last week. So phase one, we have seen both tech sector and interest rate is rise together. We saw that here in the chart. You can see first 3 months. Then you can see that April interest rate surge. You can see that here interest rate surge happened, and due to the fears of Federal Reserve, what are they going to be tightening? Are they going to be increasing? There is a small divergence we saw. And phase three, what we see the recent weeks Here is the stock rallied, went all-time high, whereas that interest rates dropped. And those in the mortgage rate also, you might be seeing that now mortgage rate is slowly reducing. So hence they are looking the soft landing, the story that scenario inflation rate coming in. Current market view is, if soft landing happen, this is good for economy. If that good for economy, now Powell has a good reason to cut that the rate that what he was before, very strict not to do it. Hence, investor has the confidence that over time that we are heading to the right direction. Okay, so everything what we have seen now that last week is normal, healthy market rotation is happening. Next, that what we see, mega cap versus the broad market. Here, what you are looking at on the right side. Any questions so far? Anyone?
No, good.
Okay. So here you can see that mega cap on the big S&P 500 from the January till here, all-time high. At some point, it kind of it came in. All the mega cap, like what I was telling you about NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, those are the here. It's listed Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, NVIDIA, Tesla. Those are the one they consider that. If you took their all the 7 stock together, you see starting this year at the beginning, all-time high is going. But at some point from May, slowly things coming down. And you can see now here, it came down very early this in July. Now it's shifting. Okay. So if you are looking at relatively that all S&P 500, they were carrying S&P, all the big of this mega tech is carrying S&P touch all-time high. But then there are on the right side, if you are to start looking at performance Dow versus on this chart, look at the Dow and Nasdaq, and here on at some point they both, you see the Nasdaq is the orange one or yellow came down starting July, sometimes July this year, last few weeks, and where Dow, we know the Dow touched all-time high last week. At the beginning, it touched, but it's still end of the week, it closed with positive, what we have said. But you can see slowly divergence is happening here. So if you compare these two versus now other sectors here, you're looking at energy, financials, industrial, semiconductor, communication, all the sectors, you see where the financial sector is last week, we saw that earnings came up and they're slowly is doing good. Earnings was positive, but all other sectors where that, energy, communication, they were like all-time low and touching or they are not contributing towards S&P to touch all-time high. So hence, now you're going to see that the other stocks are coming up and helping the economy to grow mega cap versus broader market. Okay. Okay, and do you have any other charts? Okay, no charts from here. Back to where.
Hey, Mushi, how are you?
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yes, yes.
Okay.
How's everyone doing?
Awesome.
So last week, you saw the IWM, how strong that was last week.
Yes, that's what we
Very
are
strong.
just talking about.
Yeah, and the
Now
financial
other
sector
sectors
too.
are contributing to the market.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But tomorrow will be a fun day. Exciting day tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow will be exciting day based on what we have seen earlier and the news. Now we'll see how with the news with the Biden rebound, Biden is stepping aside. So we'll see. Market is still is going to take it positive, or at least
I
what
think
we are
it's
seeing with the crypto. Crypto is good. Good news for the crypto. Crypto is keep going up now again. I think earlier I saw around 67 Bitcoin touch 67 areas.
yeah, that's since last week because of Trump.
Mhm.
There's a lot to do with Trump on that side there.
Okay. Jay, you are here. Do you have the future chart in front of you?
Yes, I do. But what is it called? Not in a shareable format,
Okay.
but I can give
Yeah,
some updates on the
you can give
futures.
some
Yes.
update.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
up?
yeah, sure, sure. So the US futures right now at 51.70. It had a gap up from Friday close 55.54 to 58. So it will come for a gap fill tonight. So right now it's a small short for the 55.54 gap fill, and from there it's a super long. A target for 20 EMA 55.86 and 20 SMA 55.98. So that's a plan for tomorrow, and we are on the bullish sentiment because on the daily chart, on the rectangular upside channel, we have hit the support on Friday at Friday lows, and it was also monthly OPEX. So this move was actually destined to go there. So now we are totally upside, and we will continue to go up upside from Monday. And every drop we have 20 EMA to support. So and the upside target for now is 56.40. That's a 9 EMA for ES. So we are looking like almost 70 points on SPX or ES from here to upside. And for the futures of gold, it's a long here at 2410, 2400. We are going back to 2450 and 2500. It is bullish. It dropped 100 points just because of the market drop in the last 3 days. So metals are bullish, and crude dropped to 78.5 right now at 79. It's slightly bullish towards 81. So that's about the oil. And the natural gas at 2.15 is also a long. Any drop to 2.05 or 2 is add on to your longs. It's all going to be upside. And RTY, that's the small caps. That's also a long. It had a breakout last week and 2 weeks ago. So every drop is a buy, and this 2200 area is a good long. So, and also NQ Nasdaq is also a long. So yeah, those are the updates from my side for futures.
Thank you, Jay. You guys, Abdul, I know this is one of your favorite stock, and also you alerted with us in the room before, in our private room, about coin.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Nice move on Friday. Nice move on Thursday and Friday. You saw there was about almost 25 to 30 point swing on Thursday, and then Friday the opposite.
right. So this is a stock. You can see if you look at daily chart, it's pretty good last week in a whole week with all this market going down, but this every day it has a good. So it does look like it is ready to come back to 80s area, right? First it has to go above here 266. It's a big strong support. The resistance, if it stay around 260s above, then it's going to be here, the 266, 268, then it's ready to go above 280. But if you are looking at the monthly chart, if you look at monthly chart, gives you very healthy. You see that those who touched before since this October last year is keep climbing back up. It's touching, you see the one of the big resistance here before it pulled back over 300 is coming. With this rate, we see that election is coming up, and this crypto is slowly waking up. If that happens, I would not be surprised to see it touch 300 area. However, those who didn't catch it, because before when we talked, when Abdul alerted, and he also mentioned in the room, some of you got a better price than he got in, but then he had a strong conviction to hang on and added more. Now it's going to pay off. Right, Abdul?
That's right, Ushi. Also, just keep in mind, you have ER coming on that next week
Okay.
on coin. But yes, it's still bullish.
So
But
I
you can
guess.
still trade it because there's a nice ATR on that, so you can definitely trade it as well.
So what do you recommend to people who already got it and then seeing a positive gain? Should they dump before the year or hold on?
No. I mean, it depends on everybody's perspective. If they're doing it long term or they're trading. If they're trading, then they can book profits. I mean, because it's had a nice move. If you got in that 220, 230 range, when it was down to now, you're in that 260 range or hitting 260. Tomorrow it should be above 260. So
Right.
take your profits and then buy back on the dip.
Yep. Okay. Another one, CrowdStrike. Anybody is in CrowdStrike here, WD?
It was a gift on Friday. It was a gift on Friday.
Yes. Those who got in on Friday, look at it. I mean, Friday it went. It's a huge dip last week, right? But if you look at last week, every day, last week's the daily, the crowd went down. But if you see it is this week, below 300 again, stays. It's a very good buy. Very good buy if it goes down. But monthly is a very strong. You see that CrowdStrike monthly is a strong upside. So I just think if the market reacted too much, so do not dump it. Anything below to 300 on CrowdStrike is a good stock that if you want to do something in the long term, you might consider keeping some of them if it dips more. Okay. Okay.
You might want to look at also F.
Oh yes, we talked about the Ford, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you did. Honestly, I mean, those who joined with us before, we have been saying this, that if you are a small account holder and that do not have money, then buy something like this and do a covered call. Just sell covered call. It did, and last week I did some of this. I'm going to be selling more covered call. It dips. Time to buy back. But yeah. Okay. Look at that.
We have also ER coming on that. Look at the chart, beautiful chart. It
Yep.
it actually had a break. It's breaking out last week. In the about 1470.
Yep.
And Friday again with the market, it dropped back down to 14.
Yeah, if you see the right here on here, 15 is one of the big support here on the 15 side. If it can stay above 15, it's ready to go again, 16 and above, and try to climb back up, here next.
And also pays a good dividend as well, 5-6% dividend.
Yes. I mean, those who saw that it's 25, 26, that I think this is something that you have it for long term, right, Abdul? You have been saying to the people.
That's right.
If you do not have too much money, this is a strong company, their foundation, the leadership, and the product pipeline is there. So it does get hammered every now and then. You see that how many times it touch around the $10, 10, 12, bounce back up. So now it's doing the same thing. It's trying to come back up over 20. If it does over 20, it's going to go back to 25. Okay.
Even last week, they made some good announcements as well for investments and expansion into Canada.
So
with the F-150 truck.
So with this also, I have something that I remember I was telling the son, I guess my son got this on Rivian. Rivian also got it. You saw a couple months ago, you saw that it came down, got hammered. It's slowly picking it up. You see, Vivian, $10, $16. So I remember that I had people in the group who said, "Hey, so that's even less than $10. So buy some, just hold on to it. It's a good, strong company. It's going to turn around."
Another
If
machine is also is sorry, go ahead.
if you are into EV, I guess that's something. Vivian. Okay, go ahead.
Now I was thinking that last week's pullback, AMD is also a good entry.
Yeah, actually, yeah, AMD is
Because comparing that to Nvidia, it's
oh wow, it
behind
went
in
to
part.
151.
Yeah,
Touched weekly.
exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, and
if
early in the
AMD,
week it was 170.
yep, those who is looking into to add something in long term, I would highly advise you, if you really want to look something advice, keep an eye on AMD. AMD is going to come back up over 200. It's just a matter of time. And you guys already heard that in AMD did acquisition with to play in AI space with NVIDIA. They're doing a couple of strong acquisition. So that news did not help it. Because of the whole market sector went down, AMD got hammered. AMD is one of the stock that you might want to consider. The RSI is the resistance. This is technical. When a stock goes the upside, and you see that in the looking at previous history, that where is the price that it can go next. Then RSI tells us what's the resistance. Like here, if you look at on this chart, I'm looking at sometimes this bar candle. This is technical analysis. You can read up more, but it tells you that resistance is here in this bar 176 somewhere. If I'm looking at monthly, or here this candle by itself is showing it doesn't have a size. Sometimes we say doji, but if you look at previous full candle, it has around 169 upside, and down is close is like 157. So depending on the time you are looking at the chart, that tells you support, resistance, and the resistance floor. So I would say that also, part of the technical analysis, if you are heavy into looking and doing the trade on the based on the RSI indicator, there is EMA, SMA. It's all different indicator you use when you look at the chart and just try to kind of predict what might happen next. Okay.
Yeah, I do understand what RSI is. I was just asking if you're following the chart and what the number is currently. I was looking it up. It just kind of looked like around 60s. Is that
Which one?
coin
whi-
for coin?
Oh, coin.
Yeah.
Coin. If you look at a coin, that depending on the time. Remember we said that which timeline you are looking at from here.
I'm looking
On the
at RSI
coin
40.
on the daily chart, weekly, it tells that on the weekly chart, it's one of the resistances here, the 264. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So if I'm looking coin for this week, it has to be above 160, else coin has a strong uh coin is not is the one of the resistances has to go above. Okay. And then like
But
if it is
if you own coin, and
Mhm.
if you own 100 shares, because of the IV going to spike tomorrow, it's a good opportunity to sell a covered call on coin because you're going to get very good premium tomorrow.
Mhm.
So
Because
in case
earnings
you want to do
coming
that.
up, right?
Yep,
Earnings
that's right.
and crypto also is in the favor since crypto is going up. So of course, obviously, coin is going to go higher. If it does, yeah, you'll get a very good premium to sell covered call. That's a strategy that we teach during our classes. Okay. So when we buy it, usually depending on the timeline you're looking at, we don't see all the time. Look at that where is the RSI resistance. Sometimes you see multiple of these indicators sitting as it tells you which timeline you're buying, short term, long term. Then if it's keep going up, I can see that it does. But in a here, depending on my 4 hours or versus 1 hour, I'm looking at. If I will be looking at 1 hour, I knew that in it went to 60 above, it's trying. But you see, it came hourly. Last year, it came back up at some point 259. It could not go above 260. Last 3 hours, last week in the market, it was just trying to stay around this, consolidating. So if it's if it stay above 255, 56, then it has a, and it says 260 goes there, it's going to go to the next stage because you are looking at short term and a good entry point. But if you're looking at just daily, this whole thing changes with the timeline. You see that here, 50 EMA, we have a 21 EMA, 9 EMA. Those are all different, depending on type of investor, the trader you are, you follow that. Are you doing shorting the market? Are you thinking bullish? Okay. So yeah, RSI is another indicator people use it. I sometimes use, I have on my Thinkorswim, that time sometimes I do MACD, RSI, some of the indicator trade gives me bullish signal or bearish signal.
Well, RSI just indicates the oversold, overbought indications. So
right, the volume at the bottom also gives it, yeah.
I
Then
don't
we
think
see.
I don't see you having turned it on though.
No, I don't use that. That's why I said oversold. I don't use those because I'm right now looking at the bigger picture. Okay.
Do you do like short-term trades?
I do instead of no, not much really. I'm looking at order book rather than RSI. Okay. If you are really try to see what's happened, look at the order book. So depending on the the platform you're using, with the order book, you can tell a level 2. With the order book, then you can see the what order are sitting behind the scene. And the way that's kind of give me a signal there is more demand and supply zone area. Okay.
I think that's probably for people who are trading
short term.
Day trading.
Yes.
I'm not doing day trading currently.
Yep. So that's why like stock like this, let's say coin, right? If I'm not doing day trading, you are not doing trading, what I will do, I look at, let's say, long weekly chart. Then I see that it touched few weeks ago, it touched 208. You see the 210. You see the different 215. So I know that this is a stock trend is either upside is going to be touching 300 at some point, and earnings are coming up. So what I do, if I buy for my long-term account, I just put an order sitting there around 210. Sit there, I don't even look anymore. If it gets executed, it gets executed. Okay. Because I'm busy with my other things.
Also, one more thing, whether it's short term like 30 minutes hourly, 4 hour, or like a long term daily or weekly chart, the best all the indicators will be lagging. The only leading indicator is actually divergence. And even on divergence, if you look into the MACD or stochastics, when the crossover happens from bottom, it's buy, and the crossover happens on top, it's a sell. And for better accuracy, you go for a bigger time frame like daily, and and actually that takes care of divergence as well. The only thing is, even sometimes that is also delayed. That is why traders, even investors, they look into like divergence in the sense like higher high on RSI versus what is that called? Lower high on chart, or lower high on basically they call it as oscillators, because RSI, MACD, everything is an oscillator. So basically a divergence is like a positive divergence on oscillator versus not a positive yet thing on the price. That is where you go long. And the place to book profit or go short is when the price is still on a positive, but the oscillator is showing a negative thing, like a lower high, or like it's not making the price is making the high, but the relative strength is not making a high, or the So stochastic is not making a high. So it's not doing that corresponding move. That is the time to, caution yourself and, take chips off the board and go short or whatever. That's the only thing that has consistently has been working for months, years, if not decades in the market.
Yep. Thank you. So yeah, some people just follow it this depending on the different indicator, see blue line, red line, 9 EMA, 21 EMA, those, and then every time they cross each other, let's say from here, you see that it cross on or goes below on this blue one, they keep bullying, and then if it goes below, okay, it's bearish to a put call. But since you are not doing a day trading for long term, then they look at indicator for a higher indicator, or and say, what's the good entry price? Just like what
actually, this one, what you said, right? This is basically a pure price action one, and that's even on a short term and long term, like daily thing. It's a very reliable one. Like 9 crossing 21, or like 20 crossing 50 to the upside. It's a long, and and actually that's what institutions do. When the 20 SMA crosses 50 SMA on daily, institutions go long and they sit on it for days, weeks, if not months, until 50 drops below 20.
Yep.
So that is the way to most traders lose money by doing monkey business of buying at high, thinking it will go higher, or sell at low, thinking it will go lower. That's what the mistake people do. So as long as, see, it's just like this 921, there's another indicator called ADX, advanced decline and incline. So that one is also the same thing. Just the good part is it'll never put you in the wrong direction. It will always tell you. It may be a little late in telling, but that if you just stick to that rules, you will never lose money. People lose money because they exit too quickly or they don't exit on time. This is why, when it's going upside, people take profits and they don't stay in the position. That is one reason of not making money. And second thing is, when the indicator is telling cut the loss, they will have all other reasons, and they don't cut the loss. They don't exit the position, and it keeps going on down. So you just have to listen to what it's saying, irrespective of just like a robot, and that's the only way.
Right. Yep. Thank you, Jay.
Now, I just had a quick question on the EMA. I consider myself kind of a day trader. I trade SPY and Qs. I use EMA 8 and EMA 21. When the EMA crosses over the EMA 21, that means is the bearish. When it crosses up, it's bullish. Now, do you guys use the SMA 21? I keep on hearing the SMA 20. I usually use the EMA. So I just want to get you guys' input on that.
The EMAs are good because they act faster and they react faster, and for day trading, that's better. The SMAs are good in another sense, like a more of a support resistance, if not like a more of a investment perspective, because the institutions go by SMA, and the 50 SMA, 200, 100, and 50, 20, 9 and all. They actually the 9 EMA and 9 SMA, they won't be too far apart. They'll be pretty close. So is the 20 EMA and 20 SMA. So if you take a little broader perspective, pretty close, so you won't go wrong picking up either way. EMA, you get you won't miss the entry because it's more aggressive. So you can stick with EMA for now. And throughout weeks and months, you can keep a log of what the same SMA would have done, and that will give the answer for you within few weeks.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And the time intervals that I usually use is, like I said, I day trade. So I use like the 15, 30 minute, but if I'm looking at a bigger perspective, I look at the 195 minute because it's half of the trading day. Do you guys ever use that at all? Or I'm sure you guys do long, so you guys probably do weeklies and monthly and looking at a bigger perspective. But if you guys are, I'm fairly new to it, so I'm trying to pick up a lot of things.
Weekly, monthly, and all are like too far. Don't even go that far. That's only for reference. For example, one thing on a fib extension, the SPY hit 1.61 extension on a weekly chart, and that is where the market started crashing 5 days ago. So I had that chart last Friday, and that's what exactly it stopped. But that is only for reference. But for day trading and shorter term trading, you just follow the daily and the daily, EMAs and SMAs,
Right.
and that should be good. Daily is the gold standard.
Yeah, if you are a trader, like you said, you are doing short-term trading and try to get a good entry and see what might happen for that day. So yeah, you look at daily. Like for example, here on the chart in SPY, it's a daily chart, but here you can see that last week and this coming week that earlier I think one mentioned about that the worst might happen. If you are looking at last 5 days, it went all-time high. That is came down, you see here, and then last 4 or 5 the S&P, there is the gap happened earlier, and since then it's keep dropping. So this coming week, that something called what we call it pivot. Look at 550. If it has to be above, this is strong. That the price action, if it doesn't stay 550 this week, that is going to come down to next 542. Next there are some 537. You see that some of those chart, you put your mark, and if you're shorting the market, then next coming. But if you see the resistance, like those who said I'm looking at resistance 556, this is the bar. It touched multiple times, it pulled back. So if you see that tomorrow it goes above 556, it goes to the next. It's coming back. Okay.
Hey, Mushi.
Mm-hmm.
It's the gentleman that was talking about day trading and the indicators.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to share on TradingView the indicators I use as well, and you use there, that might help him as well for day trading.
This one is yours, Abdul.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Yep. Perfect. So you can see what I use there, and you can use it on different time levels. 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. For day trading. And if you see that, the blue line is what is golden to me, that blue line. That gives me my entry and exits.
Okay, what is the blue line that you look? What is that? The MA?
That's the that's my MA. Yes, the 9 MA.
9 MA. Okay.
Yep.
Now is that the moving average?
I'm long. Yeah, it's moving average. So above that I'm long. Below that I'm short.
Okay. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Anybody here, anything you want to add about Bollinger Bands? Like how would you
Bollinger Bands is those who is not very technical. It's a good indicator, like you said, you are not a day trader for long term. It's a good indicator to see what's the range. Like again, the range is always the timeline for upside or downside. I remember that when we have people that start at the beginning, we tell them don't go even too much. Just go one of the out of the box platform Bollinger Band. It gives you up the range from the downside upside. Okay, so it's not bad. So that's why that you don't need to have too many indicators to know and follow the few of them and know it well and just try to stick to it. You cannot during the day, if those are who is a day trader, you don't have too much time to exactly know. Like what you heard from Abdul that he said in the blue, every time it goes, it cross this, he's bullish. If it goes down, he takes his loss and move on. Wait for again another entry for better entry to get back in. Okay. Or sometimes we see people when it come down, depending on the time, you see that I put it 10 minutes, that he's going to be wet, but as soon as he sees that, hey, next bar is became green, and then following on the big green. So we see the people, it came above this line, you see the blue line, and he's just going to go, okay, it's bullish again. He gets in and can get out as soon as cross. But if he gets in, if you look at this line above, you just keep going up and up. You see the ride to the coin, and again it come back. And I know people exactly they follow. They have a different indicator to know where is the next support coming, but at least then they just follow. So Bollinger Band is one of them. Also go up, down. It has both. So for you, since you are not day trader, It's a good measure, like Jay earlier mentioned that SMA versus EMA. If you are an investor, you might want to look into SMA. Okay.
Yeah, another quick question I have. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I was trying to find the MA in the indicators. It's a moving average, correct? And I was
Yes.
trying to find it on TradingView,
Mhm.
but I cannot find it. Is it MA cross or is it mass index?
I just try is simple SMA. This is
Simple.
TradingView SMA.
Yeah,
Moshe,
like
Huh?
Abdul was saying.
if you got gentleman's email, you can email him the my script.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have-
don't know how without the Kevin. You came in from the meetups, right, Kevin?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Yeah. So yeah. What that's this script. What here Abdul is saying. This is Abdul's setting. I have different one setting. So we share internally script. So the let's see where just text there, and we'll try to say text, or in there you'll see me. Just say, hey,
Okay.
this is my email address. Then we'll see if we can email you that yeah, his script, what he was saying, his indicator, what Abdul is saying. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? While it's happening, just I know that I have a few more pages that I have just indicator. This just kind of for the week. If you are doing on the weekly, those looking at an option or something, you can look at. If you're upside, you can look at something. If you 555, 558 calls, and then if it fall below 550, that pivot shorting 545, 540 is something you can look for this week. Overall, we know that this coming week earnings is coming. Last week is a big pullback with Nasdaq, so leaning more towards the positive this coming based on the past 2 days, tomorrow and Tuesday. See how market reacts, and then end of the Tuesday we know that Tesla's earning coming. The Netflix, this is something that you might want to. Those who have seen Netflix has a good earnings. However, because of all the pullback that just Netflix is a pullback. So this coming week, you might want to see Netflix 657. If it's the resistance is pivot is 657. If it is, Netflix is coming back to next 678 and then going above 690, 700. But if market that if it's next 2 days, if we see the market with all the other tech heavy earnings coming up, just keep an eye that the Netflix is bullish and pivot to 650. If you are playing the option call, this is something you can look into it. Option 650, 675, that call for the weekly. Meta is something that one of the stocks that we have seen that it had a good bounce, that it was ready to go all-time high 540 above, but since then it just pulled back. But since we saw the money rotation happening, Meta has a chance to go above again 500. So this coming week, if you want to play Meta, 500 is a good call to look in 500, 510. And then if Meta is not able to stay above the pivot, the resistance 495 is going to come, might pull back to 470 area. Okay. And I think if it does 440, 70, 450, I think those who is in the private chat room, I do say that, hey, I'm adding some more Meta for long term. Datadog, this is a stock. What we are seeing, the slowly that you see that coming back up this coming week. Keep an eye on this stock for 120 call. It pulled back so much, it might be ready to come back. Okay, weekly 120, 125 call if you're looking option. That's and some of the economic thing on job number is coming up on Thursday again. Job claims number, that's something we'll see. But you're looking weekly, it did very well from here. Look at that, since April It did very well. It just came. Now it's just here, 269, 265, multiple times it stayed around here, 252 and above this range. So Tesla has to first and stay above 250. And then if it's come back up to 50 on the daily, we saw that last week, it was a big pullback, not only Tesla alone. You see that it's coming how many times? It just came, it's just like now consolidating around 250 area. You see that 240, 243 is one of the strong support for Tesla. Okay. So if you see that, for this coming week daily, 243 is Tesla is above 243 stay and it keep hanging on it, then on Tuesday, means tomorrow, that is Tuesday marketing. If they have Tesla's earning is good, the guidance is something that market investor really like it. Tesla is ready to go above the 278 and touch 300. That what is all long time is trying to do. Else you are going to see Tesla is coming back to 200 range again. Okay.
Got it. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking, but I am looking Tesla. If Tesla comes back, pull back by any chance, you'll see that next in the 226 to area, 200, 217. So around that coming in, it's a good time. And then we know election coming up. That at the same time, election coming up, and the month of September is historically the worst month for the stock market. So keep that also in mind.
Now, I might be a little bit oblivious to it, but why is September the worst time on the market?
Yeah, if you look at historical, that's why I say historical. Look at last 10 years. Historically, month of September is typically the market is overall performance is low. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like same chart, you can start opening up, for months, for 5 years. Then you're going to see that. All right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Abdul, I know those, you have anything else to add on Tesla? Anyone else, Tesla fan?
You've covered it.
Okay. Cool. So, guys, was it helpful? What you shared so far?
Yeah, very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
Okay.
how often do you guys meet on this?
Every Sunday around 8 o'clock. If you did you follow on from the Zoom, or you follow up from the WhatsApp, or you followed it from the meetups? Z?
It's from this WhatsApp group. I had
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we have a meetups, actually those, and you just brought up. Thank you for reminding me. You saw at the beginning, I did mention that please do go visit our website here. If you go there, you'll see here is the meetups and the meetups, and also all the sessions that we have upcoming sessions, and it's food sessions and the sessions like stock and this sitting here. Okay, you can, if you have but typically every Sunday we do this. And if you are every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we meet. All right. And then if any of you are like in a business of, hey, that you have some time to donate, we ask you donate your time. We have that services where we have a lot of folks is doing some job training, internship they're doing. We're constantly looking for mentors. So please do sign up if you can. And if you're going to go at this website, and at the bottom, put up your information, or if you can do even 1 hour, just for depending on your experience, some of the folks who is looking for a job, trying to find out what to do with their career, they can use your help. All right. Or if you want to come deliver food in New York, New Jersey, we do every twice a month in New Jersey and New York. New York location do also have here listed. Okay. Usually Sunday we take the food, we donate, we feed people who is needy. A lot of senior folks. Okay. So like I said, every 8 o'clock every day, every Sunday. And you'll see on that meetups and also from the website that we have other classes. I think there is a Wednesday, there is a tax sessions that a lot of folks that I know very high income earner, but they are not taking advantage of all the tax bracket they can go do it. And after January, they say, I wish I would have known this. So we invite some of those accountants, tax strategy consultants to share with the community. And this is all at free for you. You don't have to pay for it. All right. You see on the right side of the website, you'll see meetups. Where is the link of I think maybe this is the meetups. You see meetups on the meetups link, and meetups has all these Kevin and
Yeah.
other. You see that here. You are looking at on the computer right here. See meetups
Well,
link here on the right side. Social
yeah.
media. Social media has the meetup links. On the meetup links, like there are people on here today. We have this, and Kevin and others. Those who came through meetup links, please do give us some thumbs up and positive so more people come and join. You see, today we have 24, and you see on a Wednesday, 8 p.m. this coming Wednesday, 8 p.m. we have Maximize Your Money tax strategy sitting there. And usually on the website also, I know that this session is also should be on the website session on Wednesday. I have to have folks just to see these events, all events might the link here. But on the website, just browse through. I have developers as they're learning, those people who coming in learning, we put it here. But the way stock market is connected, because I am a stock trader, I have so many friends like Abdul and others we met here through this non-profit. So we help people to learn not only stock trading, find a way that gets some education about finance. And if you join earlier to explain people, hey, you should know this. And then I have people sometimes ask me, what is a 10 years yield? So you can see that on a 10 years yield, we explain to people in a simple term that knowing, hey, if you borrow money from your friend for $10 and you're saying that in 10 years you're going to pay back this money, then government pays you. You lend money to the government, pays you every year certain money. That's called the yield, 10 years yield. And then at the end of the 10 years, government pay you back. But that's what 10 years yield, that chart what we shared. And then explain to people how that ties with the market, stock market, and so on. Those type of thing we do just to help people to understand how all these lingos that you might be reading and that ties with your knowledge of market. Depending on what type of investor, are you investor or you are a trader?
That's it for this episode, folks. Thank you for listening. And if it was helpful to you, please click the like button and follow us so that you can listen to more of our podcast. You can also visit us at urbanhood.org to learn more about our other programs. We hope you'll check in with us again. And until then, keep learning and do whatever it takes to reach financial freedom and follow your dreams.